It's time for a change.
I'm telling you right now, this is gonna skyrocket.
Enough with the suits.
Warren Buffett? More like Little Miss Muffet.
This is the digital age.
Transfer my money or I swear to...
The power is at your fingertips.
I'm up $2,000 today, and I kid you not, I've got no clue why.
Welcome to CorTrades.
All right, welcome in. Wanted to get you a little market update here on CorTrades before we close out the work week. I'm Dylan Corbett riding solo here. Apologize, been very busy. It's kind of a slow period for like sports talk, right? Once the football season obviously concludes, NFL football, you then have kind of a little lull period and you get March Madness, then that kind of fizzles out. Baseball fans, I'm with you. We're kind of grinding out a 162 game season, but most people kind of check out until NFL draft and then college football, et cetera, NFL football. But we will be here for you. And again, not trying to make excuses, but finally, after 4-6 months, it seems like secured a house. No, not this one behind me, but I secured a house. Purchase agreement finally got done yesterday after we were in bidding wars here, bidding wars there. My goodness, the housing market was crazy. It's going to be due for a correction, I feel like, but there's nothing like owning property again. It's one of the best investments you can make. So I'm pumped about that. Moving in May 10th. So excited about that. Going to be, again, a couple busy of weeks here. Got Matty Ice's bachelor party in Zona coming up. But I will be here for you. So let's wrap up with CorTrades here on a Friday. I wanted to do a Corbett's Corner. The MLS, Major League Soccer gets started today. I wanted to do a preview, but dropped the ball on that. All right, we'll get a baseball and soccer update as the weeks go on. NFL draft's going to be coming up too. All right, to finance. How about Bitcoin? All-time high. Yes, baby. It just keeps on going. 63K, I think, was when it hit the kind of the all-time high this week. It has been breaking 63. It's down to 62 right now. So that's the new high that we have reached for Bitcoin. And you're just going to keep seeing different new highs, right? It was back on February 20th, it was 57K. Then it broke that on March 12th, 61. And here we are, April 12th, it broke 63K. So again, it continues. Bitcoin is absolutely incredible. And remember, if you got in on Bitcoin, even back on June 1st, it was $9,000. Now one Bitcoin is $61,000. Incredible. But overshadowed by the fact of what Dogecoin is doing. Yes, remember Dogecoin when it shot up from half a cent to 5 cents? It went all the way up to 20 cents at one point and then back down with the correction. People are like, is it done? Is it done? Boom. Like what, a week later? Not even here. It's so February 7th was when it was crazy, when it went up to 7 cents. People are losing their mind. I was in there. I made a couple $100 and it was the last FU that Robinhood gave me, right? Everyone's like, get out of Robinhood. They're crooks. They're crooks. Okay, I got out of Robinhood. I'm on Schwab now. Oh, you can't trade cryptocurrency on Schwab. Oh, God. All right, I got to sell all my Dogecoin. Sell it. Great. Made a couple $100. Boom. It's at 32 cents. I mean, my God, I could have freaking 10x'd my money there. I can't even believe it. So it was one last bleep you from Robinhood to me. And I'm sitting on the sidelines watching everyone cash in on Dogecoin this week. So congratulations to you if you stayed in. I know a couple friends that did, and they are jacked up. Again, so it's kind of like, and we're going to touch on this too, like CAN, I found that at $3, and then I 2,000 percentage gain on my money. Like I turned 500 into 4K, and then I took some profits, reinvested, boom, it halved. And that's what happens with some of these high growth companies you get into late. You're going to be on the downturn, and then it's just like, oh my God, what the hell? Do you get out? No, I always stay in, but we'll touch on some of these. Doge was one of those, that you could have gotten out and now you're looking silly. That's why I don't like getting out too much. SNDL, CAN is stuff that I believe in that I think is going to have one of these days, because you never know. It could be a month, 3 months later, Doge, boom, all of a sudden, you're sitting in this house behind me, right? You're owning that. So you never know. That's why don't take anything too seriously here, as you've got, hold on, Kelsey is vacuuming right now. Can you not vacuum for a second? Can you just give me 10 minutes? Lovely. Okay, so where was I? Anyway, Dogecoin, CAN, these high volatile stocks. I'll get into kind of, I had someone say that CAN was the worst buy he's ever been in. Well, he got in and then halved. I've got some funny ones there, some worst buys that I've had. CAN again, yeah, it's halved, but I'm still, so I was once up 2,000%. Okay, I'm not only up 155%. That's crazy. I reinvested in a tank, but that's still profit. So CAN, again, it is at $13 now, was all the way up to 31. I'm still holding. I've got 100 shares of it. And I think it's going to eventually eclipse 31. I don't know if it's a couple months from now, but I'm holding. I've got these diamond strong hands. Let's go to that, though. Some of the worst buys. I mean, so that's the thing. As funny as that Dogecoin, finally, after waiting, my God, it shoots up again. Where's AMC? Am I the sucker holding on to AMC? I'm waiting for that to be the Dogecoin of this week. When am I going to have my Doge week? When is AMC going to hit $20 again, hit $30? So I'm holding my ass there. But the worst of all was Blackberry. Oh, I fell for this crap back in January, the retail frenzy trading. Easily the worst stock buy of all time for me. Blackberry, I came in and bought $1,300 worth of shares. It is now worth today $500. Great. Workhorse, I bought $646 or something of Workhorse, WKHS. I believe I said that a month or two ago. That's worth $265, but it was up 14% today. So again, I never, I don't take losses on stock. I will hold these until they eventually shoot up, like Dogecoin, because they eventually do. And of course, that's such a small percentage of my portfolio that overall I am still up. Let's see, I'm at 52 here, so I'm up a little less than $5,000. Okay, so CorTrades, again, Dylan Corbett writing solo with you here. SNDL is another one that, again, high value or high volatile stock. I was in it all the way up, and oh my God, I did not think it would go all the way this down, but you're about to push up against that RSI level. Again, I got in at 50 cents, so I'm still in the profits by a good amount, but certainly could have been a lot better when it got all the way up to $3 back on February 10th. It is back down to about 85 cents right now. And I keep saying I don't think it can go lower, and I really do believe that. I mean, not even 4 months ago, this thing was 10 cents. So again, you're still 8xing your money if you got back in there, even though it is taking this down slope. But this is exactly what Doge did. So if you believe in pot like I do, that it's going to eventually be legalized in all the states here, then that's a huge play. This can eventually be it's limitless what the pot stocks can be eventually once it's legalized throughout the United States. Coinbase, that had their big IPO this week. It was reported it was going to be at 250. Early investors got to get in before it was officially trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Went all the way up to 340, I think, and then back down. It spiked like 10%, then it went down 20%. I got in a day after because I like to let it settle where it's not too volatile, where I don't have to place a limit order and I can get in at market order. So yeah, I wasn't lying. I said this on Twitter. I bought 8 shares. It's 2,700, and we are up 5% today. Yes, love it. So Coinbase, obviously, if you don't know, is the most prolific kind of crypto trading platform that's been around. Kevin Durant, I was shocked to see, got into this. Nas got in as an early investor to Coinbase, so they made millions on Coinbase with their initial public offering. So I got in on Coinbase. It's an expensive stock, but I am enjoying that so far. A nice 5% day. It's probably going to be volatile, but that's a company I also think is eventually the future. I think Bitcoin is the future currency. So of course, Coinbase is going to be very valuable. Square. I mean, this is a company that is just absolutely incredible. High growth. I believe it's Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, who created this company too. I could be mistaken on that, but let's see here. Back in April of 2020, a year ago, this company was at $64. It's now at $255. I think I've been in since it was right around 110, and it's just been steadily growing. It's got a great pattern to it. Ticker symbol SQ. And that's a nice one I've had there that I think still has the opportunity to grow. I keep reinvesting in that, and it keeps paying dividends. So I'm up 16% since I last reinvested, owning 4 shares of it currently. A lot of talking, a lot of sweating going on as it's starting to heat up here in Minneapolis. BSBK, I threw out a couple months ago when we first started. CorTrades. That's kind of one it's a low traded stock, and it's just been a steady grower. It's kind of got a weird trade pattern to it if you look at it day by day. But I've talked about this. A 2019 IPO got slaughtered by the coronavirus, like most companies did. But since we jumped on with 30 shares, we're up just 10%. That's a little less volatile. It's kind of like a nice 1% here, 2% there, 1% retracement there, 2% retracement. So that's been nice, over a nice 10% growth. It kind of trades more like an ETF, more than most. Let's see. Adobe, as I've noted, was the top of my portfolio. I don't ever like to be more than 3% of my total portfolio. I have a couple that are over 3%, obviously, but I'm kind of waiting out on some plays like I was on Adobe. Adobe finally cashed in for me. I got out too early. It's still going up. I think it's eventually going to go down, but that's kind of the name of the game, is finding your stock, finding the angle, the swing trading ability to, okay, I think I'm going to be able to make a decent amount of money here. And if you think it's going to eventually come back down with a retracement, it's up to your discretion when you want to get out. Adobe was one I got out when I was up about 7%, and I had 11 shares, sold 8 of it, still have 3, and it still kept going up. So Adobe, I kind of don't ever want to get fully out of a company, especially one I love as much as Adobe. But yeah, it's just all about how much you can take, how much you think you can hold out before eventually a retracement is coming. Adobe kind of smashing through that RSI level of 70. So I think that's eventually going to come back down all the way back to, maybe it's at 525 right now. It could honestly go back to 422, just a matter of when, not if. And then I think I'm going to jump in and buy the dip. It's all about finding your opportunities. Rblx Roblox, another company I told you to get in about a week or two ago. One of these IPOs, not unlike Coinbase. Roblox is kind of like the gaming platform, right? The things that have taken over that I don't think many people saw coming over the last decade. E-sports, e-gaming, video games in general. I mean, I love my video games, but I'm not competing with it. But it's a whole new enterprise. It's a whole new economy, e-gaming. And Roblox, I think, is a company that really is primely set up for monetizing that avenue of money. So RBLX, yeah, we're up 4% since I bought 15 shares. That trades at $75. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. The last one I want to get out of here is Cathie Wood, ARK Investments. I'm a big fan of her. She's been on Wall Street for a while, founded her own fund. She's well respected for kind of her firm and the companies that they seek out in their portfolio. And news came out that she is very high on Shopify. I've mentioned that over the last couple of months. She said it could be the next Amazon. Now, what does that mean? Shopify took over this year and it trades over $1,000. So it's my most expensive stock right now, I believe. Yes. Spotify is another expensive one, but Shopify, 1,200 it is currently at. I doubled down not too long ago when it was down at 1,082. Basically the bottom line here, back in April 2nd, 2020, right? Coronavirus beginning, it was $347 per share. This is a Canadian-based company, and basically it's e-commerce. It helps local businesses set up for the future to have an online kind of presence, online shop for your brand, for your business. Eventually, when I want to sell merch for Winging It, shit like that, I will probably have to incorporate some type of Shopify method to get an online e-commerce store. So it was at $300 a year ago. And yeah, now it's at $1,200 in a year. It got as high as $1,461 back on February 17th. I think it's trending in that direction. And Cathie Wood seems to agree with me. And now tying it all together, she said this could be the next Amazon. What does she mean by that? She sees Shopify potentially getting up to Amazon's price, which is at $3,200, $3,300. So that would be incredible. But again, that's one where if you got money to do it, Shopify, Tesla is another one, not as expensive, but these Adobe too. That's where you start making the money, is when you start owning these high stocks that have good company track records. They're not going to be too volatile. Some of the tech stocks can be, but Tesla is certainly, an Adobe, Shopify, but you don't think Shopify is going to go bankrupt, right? I'll eat crow if they do, but when you start getting up into the hundreds, into the thousands, you are backing some good companies there. Shopify, I think and believe, is one of them. None of these financial advice, of course, in any way. I'm Dylan Corbett, CorTrades here. Just after the bell here, post markets getting started on a Friday. And we will see how the market looks at the beginning of next week. Cryptocurrency has been the hot topic, especially Dogecoin. If you got in, if you held, congrats to you. What's the next big one? We're here to help you find out. We'll talk to you next week.